Okay, so this is a picture that we're gonna look at today. And the first thing I'd like you guys to do is just take a look at the picture. Just look at it, study it in detail for just a few minutes. Look at all the areas. All right, what do you guys think is going on in this picture?
It obviously looks like a girl is sick because obviously she's lying in bed and there's medicine on the tables.
Okay. All right, so Sean thinks that this girl is sick. She's laying in bed. There's medicine on the table. Macy?
She could be on her deathbed and she could, like, it looks like she's really religious. And the woman standing beside her could, like, those could be herbs that could help her try to get better or something. And, like, the can by the bed could be, like, herbal steam or something. So
It's right here.
Yeah, it's really, like, aching or if she has some.
Okay, so Macy says that she could be sick too. She also says that she could be religious. And what do you see in this picture that makes you say that she could be religious?
There's a picture of Mary on the dresser, and there's a cross between the two photos on the wall.
Okay, so you're noticing some of the religious icons. There's a picture of Mary on the dresser and a cross on the wall. Carly?
I think that the grandmother is the one with the herbs, and then the mother is sick, and that's her child at her bedside.
All right,
'Cause it
why do you say
seems-
that?
It seems like the lady's older because you can see like highlights of gray in her hair.
Okay, so Carly's noticing that there's a little bit of gray in the woman's hair up there, and so that she thinks maybe this is the daughter of this woman, and then this is the son of this woman here. What else do we see? Sean?
We can also say there's an older kind of radio on the dresser also, so we can tell it's kind of based on an older setting.
Okay, Sean is noticing that the clock radio over here in the corner, right there, is an older radio. So she's thinking about the time frame of the painting.
So
Jade.
Like for the religious thing, now I see there's the picture of Jesus on the dresser.
Okay. So this one right here or this one?
That
Or this?
the middle,
This. Okay. All right. Jared.
You can kind of tell if they're either Mexican or they're from Spain because obviously the color and because they're usually the people who use flowers and they're usually either Catholic or Christian.
Okay. So Jared is talking about either they're Hispanic, Catholic, Christian because of the flowers and also the religious icons. And what do you see that makes you say that they could be Hispanic?
Well, they're dark colored too.
Okay, so their skin color and their hair color and the colors of the room. Mia.
the sick woman in bed seems very comforted, and she knows that if she does pass away, that she has no problem with it, because the facial expression on the face doesn't look very sad or anything, and it's like the one woman with herbs is telling her that she's there for her.
Okay. So Mia is noticing that both women's facial expressions are really calm and just sort of caring, and they're not scared. So Mia seems to think that the woman could be dying, but she's not frightened by it. Carly?
They don't seem to be super rich, but they also don't seem to be poor, just by the way they have a lot of things in their house. The dressers and the sewing machine.
Okay, so Carly's noticing that they're not poor, but they're not very wealthy due to some of the things that they have in the room.
They could be like one of the women or both could be a tailor because there's fabric hanging over the chair and like the shirts hanging out. And, like the sewing machine could be what they use.
Okay. So Macy thinks that they're a tailor, they like to sew because of the sewing machine, and then up in the right-hand corner, there's an outfit hanging. What else? What else can we get from this picture?
I noticed by the way the boy is like just kind of sitting there, he kind of looks like worried or kind of like he's worried, but like he's.
And what makes you say that? Like what?
Because he's just sitting there with just like this, and he's just has kind of like a worried look on his face.
Okay, so he's got like his hand on his face like this, and he just kind of he's like got a ball in the other hand. He just kind of looks bored or worried. Okay.
The boy he could be kind of bored, but possibly worried because he doesn't understand what's going on. Like he might not understand that his mom could be dying.
Okay. All right. And why do you think that he might not understand?
Well, he's like a little kid and like he's not at her side, and he doesn't seem to be really like panicking either.
Okay. So Macy thinks that maybe he doesn't realize she's dying, but he senses something. He's a little worried. He's keeping his distance from her, but he's still there. All right, Logan.
I think he's probably a little bit worried because I think in the picture next to the Virgin Mary that's his dad that passed away.
Oh, okay. All right, so Logan thinks that this picture up here is, there's already a hand on it. This picture right here is maybe the young boy's father, and he's already passed away. So he could be more worried because of that. Jade.
Like they don't look like they're dirty people, like they're clean, like neat, not nasty, dirty.
Okay, so they're clean. Their house looks clean. It's not cluttered. It's swept and picked up. Carly.
I don't think she looks like she's dying or on her deathbed because just by the expression on her face, she doesn't look flushed or like she's in pain. She just kind of looks like she maybe has like a flu or something because they have some sort of like cough syrup next to the bed, and they're using the can to just kind of clear out the room.
Okay.
Would that can be like a humidifier?
What do you guys think?
I think it's like a vaporizer.
A vaporizer, humidifier, or a steam, like to put steam into the air,
Or maybe she's
Like sweat.
Or clean out
clean out her sinuses, to make her sweat. Or Jade, what were you gonna say?
she's like a demon. Her mom's just trying to make her like calm.
Okay.
She really doesn't know what's going on. So she's just before they're all calm and calm. Like she was like demon, like crazy demon.
Okay.
But now she's okay because the mom calmed her down. Or she's like, you know, like people that come in your house and clear people with the cross or something.
Oh, okay. What is that called?
Exorcism?
Well,
An
no,
exorcism.
exorcism. Okay. Macy. What else can we see?
Going with the Jade's idea, the can by the bed could like kind of what they put in the corner because like it's in the whole room, and like all the religious icons could be like compelling the evilness.
Okay. All right. So Macy's sort of going along the same lines that Jade was about the exorcism of getting rid of evil with religious icons and the steam. Jared,
It's not, she doesn't look like she's dying, but it looks like a hospital bed that she's on.
okay, so you notice that the bed frame is a little bit different than what, you have, or it looks like a hospital bed to you. Mia?
The lady standing over the bed could be that she just came in because of the position of the purse that it's in, and it might be hers that she just sat down.
All right, you wanna show us what you're talking about,
Because the purse is right here, and maybe she just walked in and brought in some herbs for this lady, and is leaning over and trying to give them to her.
Okay, so Mia seems to think that the older woman, the lady in red, just walked in and she set her purse down and now she's going over to the bed with the herbs.
It could also be where she does like a inside her house type doctor thing, like a shelter, and like that lady was sick or something and just came in, and then the older woman takes care of people.
Okay, so like she's opening up
And
her house.
And maybe that the boy is either maybe like a younger son or a grandchild.
Okay, of the woman in red.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so Sean just said that maybe this woman opens up her house sort of as like a hospital or midwife type thing, and that this boy is actually the lady in red, her son or her grandson. And this woman is just taking care of this lady. Carly?
I think that the picture in the background, by the Virgin Mary, is the father, or her husband. So maybe she's
Whose husband?
the woman in the bed.
Okay.
So maybe he just passed away and she was having anxiety and stuff, and maybe that's why they're using the herbs and stuff to calm her down.
Oh, okay. Alright, so Carly, something else that she's thinking of is maybe that the man in this picture is this woman's husband here, and that he passed away, and she's trying to calm down. This woman and this little boy here are trying to, sort of make her rest and calm, because of her grief. Macy?
If she is sick or has something wrong with her, and if that's her husband, she might just want him with her. Like the picture, could kind of be like him with her.
Okay. Alright, so Macy just thinks that having a picture of her husband is comforting. Mia?
It looks like it could be her room, and that the pictures above the bed could be her mom and dad, and the lady in the red just could be an older version of the lady in the picture on the left.
Okay, so Mia is saying that maybe this picture here is the mother in the red is her when she's younger, and then that's her father. And this is the young woman in the bed, this is her bedroom. Anything else?
It also looks where the shirt is hanging. You can see there's threads hanging off of it, so it looks like it's meant to be like a dress, because you can see the purple fabric.
Okay,
So maybe one of them's still working on it, like sewing on the bottom of the dress.
okay. So Sean thinks that maybe the dress or the shirt that's hanging up here in the corner, this purple shirt here, it's got some strings hanging from it, and then there's fabric over here. So Sean thinks maybe that this is supposed to be a dress, and that it's just in process. Carly?
With the color, I think the way they added like the highlights to the walls and the floor really brought the picture to life.
Okay, so now Carly's sort of talking about the composition and the elements, and talking about the color of the walls and the floor really helped to bring the picture sort of together and to life. Logan?
I think the way the leaves are, like they're very bright, and it should be like summer tropical.
Okay, Logan, the place, the setting of the picture, Logan thinks that maybe it's a tropical place, someplace warm, and it's definitely not winter.
I like how they put so much detail into like the blanket and the pillow, because the pillow has all the ridges in it, and the blanket does too.
All of these, you can see the outline of her body,
Yeah, and then the pillow.
the shading on the pillow.
It looks so real.
So it looks real, there's definitely detail. Yeah,
You can tell by the way things are positioned, if it, you can see part of the top of the lampshade that it's kind of from an overview, but more at an angle rather than settings.
okay, so Mia is noticing, the view of the picture. We're not, at eye level with them, we're not standing right in the room with them. Mia thinks that because we can see down into this lampshade, that maybe we're like looking up from above into the picture. Alright, awesome job, you guys. There's a lot that you noticed and pointed out. Some things that I didn't notice, so thank you very much.